down smash. Not able to get the ledge guard. Oh!
Depends. Texas is huge. Now you're gonna get spikes!
That was an amazing board there. KDA going low and launching off when it matters the most.
Everybody. So we're going into game one here of Bryav versus another. And it did the thing that I don't like, where player one's on the right side. I wish the game wouldn't do that. Wait, okay. How did Bryav get through that can and not take knockback, it looked like, but did take damage? I'm very confused. Doesn't matter. Anyways, already seeing the zoning games begin here, and it does look like Bryav is trying a little bit harder to clear the distance, close the distance, than another is. Another is pretty content to keep that distance established. I would like to be over here, thank you. I do not want to be near the scary man with explosives. And that seems to be working out pretty well for them. Now that Bryav is in, and that missile is out too, those mini games up on the ledge. Another wasn't quite far enough out for that to find a connect there, but still something that keeps pressure on you, keeps you worrying. You know, it's the little things. Anything that adds to your mental stack, anything that gives you something else to consider, can make you make a mistake somewhere else. But the zoning so far from another is looking pretty difficult to get around. Actually trying to close the distance here. I think that's like C4 blowing up on timer that hit Bryav there. I'm not 100% sure. The can setup, looking for the forward smash setup too, trying to put as much pressure on that situation and that shield as possible, but ultimately Nikita sneaks through and takes the first stock for Bryav. And at 131, Bryav now, you know, not super far from, okay, oh, forward smash just out of nowhere at that range. I did not realize that Duck Hunt Dog's forward smash went that far, but here we are. So evening it right back up, another finding just that perfect opportunity just within range. And again, probably, you know, in part relying on that that matchup knowledge. Like, nobody knows Duck Hunt Dog's moves. You don't play against this character very often, so sneaking that little bit of extra damage in there. But now this ledge situation and the corner pressure coming out here from Bryav is looking pretty fierce. The grenade did send another a different direction. Oh, but Bryav catches the nair with the up tilt, is able to take another stock, and this time is plenty healthy to hold on to the stock back. A rogue F smash is not going to equalize this stock back up. So another's going to have to get pretty creative here, and he's already playing a little bit more aggressively even, trying to get in with those aerials, do a little bit of extra damage. Comboing the grenades, getting blown up into blown up, true combo. Bryav starting to really establish distance health-wise here. The mortar setup too. Was that a mortar into a second mortar that I just saw? That's an interesting concept, but did quite a bit of damage. The falling Nikita going to punish the neutral get up as well. These grenade traps and explosives on ledge just really are giving another a hard time. They're not really getting an opportunity to play the game here. Still trying to get in and find those big hits though. That up air from Duck Hunt Dog is a kill move at certain percentages. Probably not just yet, but even just getting in and finding it and keeping a juggle going is something that is worth another's time here. You need to try to get any kind of damage you can. Using the nair to cover the roll as well. Another setting up another forward smash. Hey, another sets up another. I just realized that. I'm going to do that a lot this game. And now actually like still running and playing the zoning game. If it wasn't for the fact that another was on 149% on last stock, I'd be like, is this going to timer? But I doubt it. This time, Bryav calling another's roll, doubling back into that up tilt for much more stock, as Bryav is going to take game one. But it was looking pretty even right up until that second stock. That was where Bryav really started to run away with things. And once that percentage lead was established, where Bryav no longer had any real pressure or reason to be on the aggressive side, no reason to, you know, approach, could just fall back and just attach explosives to every inch of the stage and just let that do the work. The gap started to widen a lot. Another just, you know, Duck Hunt Dog, not a character that really wants to approach if they don't have to. And when they do have to, has to approach pretty slowly, and even more slowly when everything is exploding, which is something Snake is pretty good at. Pretty good at making everything explode. So we're going to see what stage we're going to here for game two. See if another can maintain that percentage or stock lead a little bit longer this game, force Bryav to stay aggressive and play that duck hunt game plan out, or if they're going to have to get creative with their approach. It looks like we might just be going right back to PS2. I didn't see anyone leave the arena to change stages, so we're going to be running it back here. Game 2. So let's see what adaptations another is going to be looking for to try to defeat Bryav's game plan. Players started on the correct side this time. Love it. You love to see it. I don't know why Smash Brothers mixes it up sometimes. It's not really a big deal. It just personally frustrates me. I don't know why. But hey, there's that can going the opposite direction we were talking about though as well. And you can see it actually forced Bryav into a different approach angle there. Bryav was still able to get in, but definitely forced a switch in the game plan. Got another can out, throwing at the gunman as well, but the gunman really not getting a chance to do a whole lot because there's always some kind of explosive or hitbox down, it feels like, that is ready to stop the gunman from actually getting a shot off. And once again, another pretty frequently finding themselves stuck in the corner just because of the way Bryav is playing the pressure, playing the stage control. And that is not where you want to be against this character. You want lots of space to navigate this minefield of grenades that we're seeing. But another is maintaining that percentage lead we were talking about. Doesn't necessarily have to approach. Tried to get to throw into the can, but no luck, and instead gets comboed into the C4. That did not go well for them. And now that's the we're at that up tilt range, that range where another is going to have to really keep distance and not mess around with that up tilt, because that move is, you know, pretty quick for a kill move. And Bryav now recognizing that, not trying to stay aggressive, but instead just trying to neutralize the small percentage lead that there is to force another to approach. And now that another is kind of approaching, you're starting to see that the up tilt come out, but no luck on finding a hit out of that. And we're just at this point just running across the stage and throwing explosives. We're just playing a good old game of hot potato with 14 potatoes. We got the can, we got 2 grenades at any one time. We've got the Nair catching the no tech on the platform there from another. Now Bryav in a bad spot for probably the first time this match. Gonna have to really navigate out of this corner there. The can being over top. Wait, what? It went backwards. I don't know what happened to knock it backwards that time, but oh, I don't like. Another is trying to like position above Bryav here, and I don't think I like that. Bryav could very easily snap one of those up tilts out in those situations. And that's kind of scary. Bryav's looking for it too. Moving in, dashing in, trying to find that big hit. Just wants to finish this stock up. Another, instead though, playing this so safe, is at 194. Snake was at 194 there. Oh, that's going to be knocked right back though. Bryav comes right off the Angel platform, finds a grab, lays the dog down gently to rest, and then forward tilts and sends him right off the side of blast zone. So, going to be an even game here once again, but another definitely finding the adaptation here for this matchup, playing a lot slower than we saw last game, respecting the grenade positioning a lot more, and relying on that can, and not throwing out as many gunmen, because the gunmen, as we said, you know, not really finding a whole lot of value here when they tend to die right away. I love how another throws out these forward smashes too. Like, goes for what would normally be a combo setup, and then instead of going for the actual true combo, throws out the forward smash to try to catch an air dodge or an attack out of the combo, and that's been working really well for him. It also has the bonus of if Snake is trying to pull a grenade to just grenade out of the combo and find that trade that way, that forward smash hits from further away, where that grenade isn't going to hit Duck Hunt Dog, and that's saving a pretty good chunk of percent, and also applying a lot of damage and a lot of pressure. And we're seeing the situation now where these explosives are knocking Bryav higher and higher, making it a little more difficult for him to recover each errant hit. But you know, that's a two-way street, and that Nikita crossing up and going around the other direction there actually just reversed all of the momentum here. Put another in the corner as well. Nikita did not quite get to the ledge there in time, though. Another does get back onto the stage and is able to reset up this full screen zoning game. And we are right back to it, tossing explosives back and forth. That Nikita starting to become a little bit more regular a portion of Bryav's game plan here in this matchup. But for how long, it doesn't seem to be playing out quite as they're expecting it to. Bryav just recovering from explosion after explosion, nair dodging to the up air as well to prevent dying to that. But 170 now, I mean, just about anything to take Bryav stock. He's going to need to really play this careful. And he's just they're trying to zone off space with that Nikita and prevent another from approaching. But it's working. Another may not be getting hit on each of these Nikitas, but it's preventing them from getting any closer. And that means that Bryav gets to hold on to the stock and hopefully find it first. That seems to be the plan here. This is the downside of full screen zoning, is that if you're not willing or not able to cross the gap to find the stock, you end up in a situation where, okay, yeah, you've got a 40% lead, but both of you are kill percent, which means it's really not so much a game of expanding the percentage lead any further, but a game of who is going to mess up first. And it looks like it's going to be another, not quite positioning well enough away from that first grenade, going to land right into the Nikita missile instead. But at 170, not within the realm of impossibility for this stock to even out real fast here. I mean, Bryav is hanging onto this edge here, staying in this corner for dear life, does not want to get any closer than they have to, and just trying to rack up as much damage as possible. Everything on another side of the stage is just exploding right now, and Bryav is just playing super evasive. Not even so much trying to find hits, trying to attach more damage. There really isn't, you know, the damage is secondary at this point to just holding onto the stock. By the way, we've only got less than a minute left on the timer, and we're only one stock or two stocks gone on another and one stock on Bryav. So we're probably going to timer here. This is about to end in a timeout situation, and Bryav knows it. Bryav is absolutely playing for that. Another does finally find a gap in the armor, though. The stocks are evened up. The percentage is not so much. And another has been, when we're playing this full screen zoning game like this, another has been racking up the percentage more efficiently. The question is, can they close a 75% gap in, say, 22 seconds? I don't know. I'm not feeling confident they can with the way that Bryav is just trying to stay as far away as possible, even riding the UAV, stay out of range. Look at this keep away game. Only 9 seconds left. This is basically Bryav's game. There would have to be some kind of massive mistake or SD here for this to go any other direction. Another trying to set it up, throwing Snake off stage, trying to set up some kind of punish there, but it is going to be a timeout situation, and Bryav, being the healthier of the two, does get the win for game 2. So that's going to be Bryav taking the set 2-0 and moving on to winners quarterfinals.